Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Last we left off, we had a bit of chaotic times and whatnot. Let's see, it's better actually. So yeah, everything's coming up Sigma, right?
What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are going to be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are going to be sitting pretty.
I suppose that's true.
Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
Bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner and she'll be in the AV room with me. You really think she would just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well... Actually, I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. Pulled out the scrap of paper we found out of my pocket.
Huh?
Which,
What's this?
this is basically the rules we found in the last episode saying that, hey, if everyone abstains, everyone's gonna get penalized. So, we found it when we went into the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
Huh. Guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of the 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji is going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go. What?
You're staying too?
Yeah. If something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yada yada
Come
yada.
on.
We all hear this before.
We need to hurry!
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
Come on, gotta make our way to the polling. With that, we are off. Gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at a dead run. Haha, dead run. Yeah, we don't need to see the animation of opening the door to the warehouse. Guess if this is your first playthrough, it makes sense, but still. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Do you already opened one earlier?
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. I'm going to choose... I have to remember the flow.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's look at the flow. So I can do either or. So I am going to choose... Well, it looks like Ally has a lot more dialogue, so I'm going to choose Dre.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to Ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. Aww. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the non-array game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? Is that blood? What the hell is this? For the first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down on my hands. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment I thought somehow I'd touched some white paint or something similar, but the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hands. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? Obviously this is blood, but because... I feel like this is actually blood, but this is the game saying like, hey, it looks white because we can't show actual blood. Or something, I don't know. It felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that. It just might be for the best.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilt it. It sounded even stupider as I said it. Yeah.
But
Just shut up. It's fine, alright. Fine. Leave me alone. Don't worry about it. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong. My head was spinning.
Sigma,
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB games right now. Just forget about your hands. Was I kidding? There's no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And choose Betray. Voting has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB game room. I could see the others filing out of the room as we did. This is gonna be a lot of questions.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No. Couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usual warm personality has gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen Betray or because she noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
With that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Kei, Dio, and Timioji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
There are only 3 faces. It's the only betrayal.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting!
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
I'm doing it because it's the shorter ending. There was nothing I could say. I had chosen Betray at my own volition, but had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear. I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and that I decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. Couldn't be real. White blood was insane. Impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hands. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human.
No. What are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you. Robot you.
No. That seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that way.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
Shit. Let go! Let go of me! I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor of pins. The desperation was only getting stronger. However, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. Damn it, you have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake. Misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit. Get off of me. Let me go.
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No. Don't. The first thing when I woke was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. It must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with con, and I had to put my head to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something, and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass-violated torpor was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't going up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room. It was empty except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell is going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. 2 other things. 2 other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand. For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real, but there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where my hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Can't do a realistic fake scream. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. With that, we're gonna release a shorter episode, but wanted to get this out as soon as I could. So I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye bye, everybody.